What's up, everyone? It's Sea of Stars night. It's Monday, and it doesn't feel like Monday, but it is in fact Monday, which is a little surprising. I won't deny it. Last time it was Monday, we were playing Sea of Stars, and this Monday we're going to be playing more Sea of Stars, but it doesn't feel like a Monday. I had a 3-day weekend. It's Memorial Day. We are at, like, a climactic part of the game. So, we're just gonna ride it. We're just gonna ride this boy out. I mean, Valir is easily our best person, and we have Rashawn and Garl, so, like, I'm so not worried. Can I say that? I'm so not worried, actually. Let's just see if there's anything we can cook that's better than, like, what we currently have. You know what I mean? Really? Really? That's it? Okay, well, never mind then, I guess. I guess I just gotta buy more friggin' stuff. The solstice amulet is tingling. See, but now they're controlling the sun and moon. This is like, why did... That is exactly what I asked Kat last week about why they couldn't just make an eclipse themselves. They just made an eclipse! They literally just made an eclipse themselves. Wow, what a clean break. Sorry, I'm a bit of a hater right now. I don't mean to be a true, like, hater. I'm not trying to be a hater. I think Kat would get on my case if I were a real hater. I'm not a real hater. I'm just, like, pointing out something that seems frustrating to me. This is a cool sequence, though. I like this. This is real neat. This is real good. Hello. Did you have a look at my wares? I definitely want that hearty stew. I am going to sell my junk salads. Who needs them? We're gonna buy some of this, like, stew. Yeah. Oh, I should probably sell one of the, I can sell a berry jam. No, I should sell a papillote for a, parfait. Because it's just better. It's objectively better. Zale, Valir, can't you do your more shopping, like, at a different point in time? We have a big thing coming up. Guys, come on. And then the leaf cape would be good for Garl. Yeah, I think we're fine with this. Okay. That last attack blocked the entrance. Time to climb. Yes. Very cool. Surely you won't slip and fall. Hey, look, there are people bringing stuff up to the top. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So all we have to do is essentially attack the crystal when it's all charged up, and it'll give a big blast. It'll be good. And we have to attack it with Zale or Valir. Uh-oh. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. This looks, let's think about what we want to do. Okay. The Dweller of Strife. And there's nowhere else we can really attack. So let's bring its just power down. That's probably the most important thing. I-Beam. Okay, that did a bunch. That did a good, solid chunk of damage. I do not like how much that did. Let's build up some just like live mana, because I think that's what we want to do when we attack, and we have a lot of fun with it. So let's heal Sarai first and foremost, right? And yeah, so if we use our magic, we will continuously build up the crystal's power. Yeah. So let's do that. I don't think this is going to be doing, like, damage to it, but it might, like, just charge it up. Sure. Okay, great. Yeah. I think Sarai is just going to do that live magic stuff. And Zale can also do the slicing with his dang sword. That would be pretty cool. And Valir, you should... do we have a combo? We do. Let's do that. Break that lock, as it were. Eclipse Laser. Oh, yeah, we're doing that. Okay, even better. That did 5,000 damage. Okay, yeah, okay, I get how this works. We just try to stay alive. That's what this fight is. Stay alive and use your magic to just do damage. That makes sense to me. That's fun. I think that'll work real nicely. I just dove right into this fight, too. I was like, fuck it, I'll start early and I'll play more. Because, like, why not? I didn't have anything else to do today. Today, Memorial Day, we had a nice day to catch up on chores, especially after last weekend where we were going to Lexington for this wedding. It's like, when you go on a fun vacation to see your friends, it is a fun vacation to see your friends, however... It is also a vacation where you fall behind on chores. And I don't know about you all, but I fucked up that timing. I'm the type of dude who just lost Sarai. I'm the type of guy who... A sense of well-being in my brain comes about when I do my responsibilities. I was raised to feel good by doing my chores. And as a result, you know, this whole weekend felt really, really great because we were able to just get everything cleaned up and taken care of in a way that, like, last weekend just didn't allow for. There are sort of two different kinds of joy between last weekend and this weekend. Last weekend was great because I got to party and see my friends and have a really good time, something that I really never get to do. And this weekend, I had a 3-day-long weekend break kind of thing, where I ended up spending a lot of time on, like, chores and cleaning up a little bit and doing the laundry and feeling good about that. As crazy as it might be to say, I felt good doing my laundry. It was nice. I feel really good having accomplished all these things. Like, I meal prepped, I did the laundry, I cleaned up the kitchen a little bit, I cleaned up the bathroom a little bit. I even cleaned up, like, my computer a bit and just, like, did a bunch of stuff that I had been meaning to do for a very long time and then didn't do. The details of which I won't talk about too much on stream. Okay, that was not good. So yeah, needless to say, it was a good weekend. I found myself very pleased with myself, if that makes sense. We had some fun, to be certain. And now, back to business, back to the work week, as it were, coming up, which, you know, I'm okay with. I feel all right about it just because, you know, I had a good break, and now I feel rested to return to my work. And I think that that's something a lot of people take for granted in terms of, like, how they work. I love having the ability to... to rest and recover so that I'm at my best to do my own work. You know what I mean? I feel like so many, like, academics and people in their careers often forget that rest is just as important as action, if not more so. I mean, granted, you have to do stuff, but, like, if you are not spending time recovering, what are you doing? It is critical that you make sure you don't overdo it so that you can maintain a consistent pace throughout your work. You know, I would hate to, like, just burn out on something I really enjoy doing. So, TLDR 3-day weekends rule. Someone's having a bad day. Someone did not get their 3-day weekend. Whoa. Well, hey, Spartan 93 EC. Yeah, we did in fact beat the fight. No, I guess we didn't beat the fight. How are you? Hope you're well. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for redeeming the Fantasy 6 victory. We have to keep fighting this dweller because it's phase 2, I suppose. It's good. How are you? What's up? How you doing? You partying? You having a good day? If you're living in the United States, did you enjoy your Memorial Day? And if you're not, uh-oh. That was close. Yeah, I hope you're well. I gotta say, I was just talking about, like, how much I enjoy my 3-day weekend and how excited I am to get actually back to work for a change. I feel like I got a lot of stuff done that I wanted to do that, like, I wasn't able to do during the week otherwise. So that's good. You're doing dude, just playing Hitman 2, hanging out with your grandpa. Nice. How is your grandpa? How old is he? If you feel free to, if you don't want to share, that's fine. But, like, how old is he? And how's Hitman 2, by the way? Are you living the dream? You making those hits? Is Hitman 2's not the one where they go to Monaco, right? Hitman 2's like more, I don't know the levels in Hitman 2 very well. I admittedly am a bit of a poser when it comes to Hitman games, but they seem very cool. Rashawn, you must help. I can't touch a dweller. Rashawn's got like, oh, that's not good. You fool! Oh, you have really done it now. Let me do the talking, and whatever happens, do not attract his attention. The real dweller, the fleshmancer, the fleshro monster, it's him. It's the fleshmancer. Triangle Hood. Our Lord returns at last.
Our Lord and Master, too. I thought we had a deal.
It wasn't me.
Oh, spare me the old excuse. The vial of time touched a dweller. Whether you did it yourself or let it happen, this is on you. An eye for an eye. But we will get to that. Dweller of strife. How? One. How could you stay alive for so long? Surely you spent plenty of time outside of the castle.
The vampire rose. Oh! It's the thing that Teeks told us about.
The vampire rose. Tell me, does it hurt?
Oh, see, they're not villains. They're in chronic pain.
Interesting. I commend your dedication. Still, resurrecting a dweller? Who provided the blood moon?
We did.
You have my thanks. What is your wish? Speak. And what about the other one? I see. I am not losing the Dweller of Strife again. Acolytes! Are you prepared to serve for all eternity? Then leave now alongside my dearest creation, and in time I will see to your transformation. Yes. The four of you will be merged with the Dweller to become its conscience. In the distant future, you shall return together as one, the king of a new race.
Why should we not interfere?
Rubber side kick is in order. Martial artist. You wish to forget? Then let us make sure you are not needed for a very long time. Go now. Follow the Dweller and the Acolytes.
Like, I'm not gonna do that, Brugaves. Like, come on.
Enough! Time to go. Brugaves, is it? Allow me to give you a new form and a new name, and I shall grant all your wishes.
Dude, what is this guy? What is he doing?
Oh, not to worry. When I'm done with you, you'll be the fastest there's ever been.
This is stupid. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Perfect. Go now, and I will be with you shortly. Now, where was I?
Get behind us.
An eye for an eye, then, Rashan.
Yeah. A single hit. That's the deal.
Why? Afraid they can't take more?
Girl! Don't do it, Garl. Don't do it, Garl. Garl Garlson, what the fuck are you doing, you dumb piece of dinglehop?
I thought we established that stopping time was impossible. How do you do it, Rashan?
Oh, Lucario of Legends, thanks so much for grabbing a tier 1 for 43 months. Zawarudo. Yeah, no kidding. Tokyo wa Tomare. It isn't really stopped. I had an epiphany while experimenting with time loops. Time could be brought to a near complete stop by creating
Infinitely short recursive sequence. Genius. And I suppose these crystals are what are holding the time loop together. They're beautiful. What do you call them?
time shards.
You always were the better artist. I would ask if I could keep one, but I understand they will dissolve when you break the loop. So, how have you been? Sulking in your archive for a few centuries again?
How much is enough, Aferol? Have you still no regard for the pain and suffering you leave in your wake?
Oh, please. Do give me that lecture again. These solstice warriors. Why are you traveling with them? They're not ready to ascend.
We will see.
You think they will come after me? Did I earn a slap on the wrist again?
You took over an entire species!
Ha! You know as well as I do, these lives are lost anyway once you recompose the timelines. Still procrastinating on that one? I noticed.
One more wrong will not make this right, Aferol. Their suffering is real.
And so is mine!
You know what? I agree. Let's skip the usual debate. But to answer your question, yes. I do believe these two will drive you out from your current stronghold.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Even if they somehow made it across the sea of stars, the sorceress would be my champion. And as I am sure you could tell, her potential is limitless.
They can do it. I am certain.
Now would you look at that? Rashan wants to pit innocent children of the solstice against their former mentor, and somehow I'm the bad guy? To think you could stop me with the snap of your fingers. But no, you choose to cling to the silly belief that all turns to good someday. Gohan 787888, thank you so much for the follow.
What are you talking about? Enough!
As you wish.
Thank you so much for the follow.
Thanks for the chat, partner.
What? They just... Oh no! Garl! What have you done again? Rashawn, do something. I mean, come on, man.
Ha ha! Who's the loser now, huh? You'll be dead in a few moments. Any last words?
Garl, no! No, Garl, don't do it! Save yourself! Like, Garl, I thought you learned your lesson 10 years ago and you lost your eye! What is going on here? Elder Mist?
There is something you must see before your friend passes.
It is time. Let it in, embrace your true power, and bring Garl to me. What? What is... What? If we fly away... What? Zale? Hello? Excuse me? What are you doing? What?
The sorceress and I will be waiting. Come if you dare.
He's got a Vladimir Harkonnen voice to him. He's like a...
I want my friends to find me. Somewhere where no one else can find me.
Like something like that, you know what I mean?
Luana.
So yeah, like everyone can just teleport in this game, I guess. Oh, we turned it. That's a cool animation. That was cool. Good on you, Sea Starve sprite, folks. Nice work. Also, Garl is dead. Haha, you thought this was the end? No, I didn't. Not really. I'm going to die because I'm Garl. Wasn't he like, didn't he just want to see the sleeping dragon? What are you doing here still, Garl? Okay, look, if Sarai could teleport, why did Zale need to fly? Like... You could have just said, just go to the fuck. Whatever. I don't care. Okay, let's no fail RP this, or not RP it. Just like breathe it in.
It's the Elder Mist. He goes, ooh. Ooh.
The unresolved chapters of one's prophecy beckon, pregnancy boffin. The way to help may be in there. Allow me. The Sea of Stars. Got just one more day. Come on, kid, I can't do it if you don't ask. A flask of borrowed time. When that demand a flask of borrowed time. Oh no, he really is like dying in the game for real. Okay. Listen carefully, Garl. The ethereal feeling you are experiencing is a side effect of borrowed time. The potion's magic worked only because you had a clarity of purpose. You currently exist in between realities.
Borrowed time will keep you here until your deed is done. You must understand, you will still die in the end. That cannot be changed.
Garl is burning his dread.
The borrowed time will expire instantly. Seeing Garl's final deed through is what will extend his borrowed time the most.
Garl, you did this to yourself, dude. Like, we could have all jumped out of the way. Garl, why did you... Oh, God, Garl, you stupid fool. I suppose the flying was a spur of the moment thing. I'm not sure how we did that. Then just sit. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Garl, why didn't you dodge? I've heard very mixed things on the story of this game. The story of this game is a mixed bag, I would say. I would not say it is the greatest JRPG story I've ever played, and this is kind of one of the reasons why. Yeet. Yeah, look. Like, okay. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna fucking say it. You can't name a character Yeet and then use him in a goddamn, like, tear-jerking scene. It doesn't work. You do not get to have your shitty cake joke and eat it too. This is like, this actually makes me upset. Like, I'm out here, like, I'm trying to be invested in the story to some degree, and then Garl just goes, yeah, we can use Yeet. Like, I just... Oh. And he's still in our party! Like, what do you... Oh... If he's supposed to die, kill him off! Whatever. Yeet. Extol. And I've been here. Okay, hang on. Let's go to the other one. Kukar. Extol and Yeet. What the flip doodle, okay? Like, I'm just like out here and I'm I'm trying to process what just happened. Cause like, look, we had a big fucking moment and like, it's like, oh, everyone's dying, it's so sad. But then like, we just get this and we're back in the game. I don't know, man. I see, like, an Eclipsoid-o thingy as well, too. And I can't get to the thing. Dissonance. Thank you so much for the clip, Luke. I don't like to get mad about games sometimes, but, like, I just fail to see how they could think that's a good idea in that moment. Like, it's just such a weird choice, and it really takes me out. It's like, look, I'm gonna be honest, right? There is a video game that already does that sort of thing, and I'm not gonna say which, because technically, if you've never played that game before, it might be a spoiler, but like, I'm telling ya, the other thing, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The other thing that really kind of annoys me is the fact that, like, Garl didn't have to do any of that. Like, he literally could have just, like, everyone could have jumped out of the way. Everyone could have just left. And instead, Garl jumps in the way again because he didn't learn anything from his first time losing his eye 10 years ago? Like, what is that? What is the... That just feels backward. That feels like... I don't understand why that was the call. No, I'm not. Goodbye. Arrivederci. Alright, we got everything here. So yeah, I think Sea of Stars is cool. Like, the gameplay is fun. I like the fishing. I like the gameplay. I like traversing the world. But, like, how can you take this game remotely seriously when you've got shit like that? And, like, I know that they want me to take it seriously because they wouldn't include it in, like, this story. It's clear that they want to have some kind of story that's, like, meaningful. It just feels weird. It doesn't feel like that is what should have taken place, but here we are. I don't know. Have you, chat, for those of you who've played up to this point, like, do you feel this way? Am I crazy? I don't want to feel like I'm crazy, but, like, I don't know, man. It sucks to say it, but, like, it's kind of really dumb. I think that's kind of dumb when that happens. Okay, so I'm not supposed to be here. Imagine taking Sea of Stars seriously. Well, I'm supposed to, am I not? Am I not supposed to take this game seriously? I just feel like, in that sense, look, when the game's like, hey, by the way, our story has a plot. Maybe you should take it seriously? I don't know. Look, I have played games with worse stories. I don't want to say outright, like, this is the worst story I've ever experienced, but, like, to people saying that, like, this is one of the best JRPG stories they've played, like, politely play more video games. Like, I'm not gonna deny this is a very cool game. It is. I think it's a fun game. I'm just, like, out here really, really, confused by how anyone can take this, like, seriously when it really comes down to it. Like, I don't know. Like, again, they should have just killed Garl off. If they were serious about this, like, Zale and Valir would gain some kind of character motivation from losing Garl for real this time. Like, and instead he's here. Like, it just doesn't... It's like, oh, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a negative fucking Nancy over here, but, like... it actually bothers me. it bothers me tremendously when this game attempts to have serious moments, but then it undermines itself. You know, when I see Garl jump in front of Zale and Valir a second time, yeah, of course that's going to evoke the parallel memories of the game, and it's gonna, you know, incite a feeling of like, no, Garl, I guess I like Garl. But like here, I can't take it seriously for a number of reasons, beyond the fact that, like, one, Garl is still alive! He's right there, and like, yeah, he's on borrowed time, but it's like, look, games have been killing off their party members since like 1994 at the very, like, minimum. They probably even go further back. And like, there are games that have killed off the protagonist, the main love interest, other fucking party members, and Sea of Stars wants to be a part of them, and Sea of Stars wants to be taken as seriously as those games because it wants to be an homage to them, but then it doesn't have any of the guts to follow through. So, no, I can't take this seriously. And it's just like, you know, even after all of the moments of these people being so sad that Garl is dying, everyone is like, wow, that's so cool! Like, what? Yes, it is cool, that's the problem! Why did this happen before the sad part? This is too fast! You gotta show the characters reacting to it beyond just the scene! I don't know! Garl should be gone! It's not even that I don't like Garl. I kind of like Garl actually now because at least he provides character to the game. At least there. Why is Garl not the playable protagonist? This is so stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like a negative person here, but this entire sequence is just really weird. And oh my god, really? 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 We're gonna take magical teleporters to a floating city in the sky? Oh gee, I wonder what that's a reference to. I'm sorry, I probably sound like Running Shine or something. I probably sound more like Running Shine with my gain too high and my overcompressed vocals. No, Running Shine, you're fun. You're a cool dude. Like, this is the exact teleporter style that they have in Chrono Trigger. And look, like, I get it. You're inspired by Chrono Trigger. Take the beats. I don't care. It's fine. But you cannot... I mean, this is just the Kingdom of Zeal! And it happens, right? It's like, okay... I don't want to spoil Chrono Trigger for for people who have not played the game. If you haven't played Chrono Trigger and you've played Sea of Stars, please play Chrono Trigger. I am begging you. Sea of Stars is just like Chrono Trigger, but not as like Chrono Trigger if it were written for a Rebecca. Yeah, that's it. Sea of Stars is Chrono Trigger, but it was written by Rebecca Sugar. That's literally all it is. If it were a Pendleton Ward show. And there's nothing wrong with those shows, it's just that that's what it would be. So, this is my Monday. My Monday of complaining about Sea of Stars. Fishing minigame's fun. I like the fishing minigame. I will fish anytime I can. As long as it's on the way. I won't go out of my way to go fishing, but I will play it if it's on my way. You know what I mean? So yeah, credit where credit is due. Sea of Stars has a great fishing minigame. What's the other dude I gotta catch, right? They're little pentagons and shit. I just started playing more Sea of Stars today. I apologize if I am, like, killing your interest in playing this game. I think you should play it if you are interested in it. Just got Sarai into Le Party. Nice. Sarai's cool. She's fun. I still have, like, no idea about her, but she seems neat. It's pretty fun. I like the story. The story's fun. Ignore Voltage, he's being a hater. It is true. I am being a hater. But it's because I know Sea of Stars can be better, is the thing. And so it's like, I don't want to be, like, just vivaciously saying whatever. You know, though you're not into the RPG combat. Well, that is, maybe a bit of an issue, because that is one of the reasons why you would play this game. Turn-based RPG combat is not for everyone, and I will not deny that. I like it only because it allows me to think through the things I want to do. I'm not a big fan of, like, ARPGs as much. I mean, I like it but just too much, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Cloud Kingdom. Air Elemental Skyland. Let's go to the one that's closer on the map. That's probably what they want us to go to. Excuse me. Heard you like grippers? No. An audience. We seek an audience. There's a council thing, I think. Cloud Kingdom. If I jumped. I mean, like, look at this. This is so cool. It is really cool. It reminds me of Laputa. And I like Laputa. I think... Oh. Kat, is this what you were meaning when you said I heard you like grippers? This is what you meant by that, isn't it? No. When did they get this little octopus character? Want to play Wheels? Maybe later. I'm not really into Wheels. Wheels is okay, but it's not for me right now. The Kingdom in the Clouds. 20 hours exactly. It has taken me 20 hours to lose my mind over this video game. Congratulations, Sea of Stars. Hello. Don't look up, you might see something you don't like. I love Wheels. Wheels is fine. It's like, I didn't really click with it my first play. I might try it again later. But it's not, you know, not my favorite thing in the whole world, you know. Oh, you know what? See, that's cool. Hello down there. I say hello down there. Meat. Yes. I love having meat to eat. Alright, let's sell something. Can I sell anything? No. I could sell some seafood, I guess. What am I even trying to buy? The music sheet? No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. A True Silver's dagger. Oh, a Sarai. You might want that. And then we can do that. I think Sea of Stars has a lot of great qualities to it. I want to make that very clear. I really enjoy Sea of Stars' presentation. Sea of Stars' presentation is top-notch, and it is a shining example of what pixel art video games can be. It is awesome to look at. It is beautiful to experience. And I really enjoy it. I think the soundtrack is great. I think the character portraits are all very expressive and cool, and especially, like, for the amount of things they put into this game in terms of character presentation, like, yeah, dude, they have every right to show that off. That kicks ass. The story is a different story. And I feel like there's so much that could be done differently. We can hear you just fine, no need to shout. Garl! Title? Warrior Chef. Warrior Chef, you dipshit. Luana? Warrior Cook, it is our understanding that you are on borrowed time. Then speak. Duh. Do you understand what you are asking of us? And who will vouch for you? Rashawn, of course.
I will.
Great Eagle, you honor us with your presence. Tell us then, do you possess the key?
Yes, they have reclaimed the Vespertine.
They possess the strength. Solin and Luana have awoken.
Do they possess the will?
Well, player, do you want to do it?
How did she get here?
Determination like the Undertale. The deed. What is the deed? I hope you have a plan. Yeah, it's a big plan. There are no more Ovates, then. Did I miss a ritual?
And I suppose you just know the wizard.
The biggest loaf of bread. Oh, Garl. Oh, Garl. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I'm being a hater. I'm being a hater. I'm being a hater. I'm being a hater, everybody. I'm being a hater. But you cannot tell me. I mean, look, okay, it's kids TV show, kids TV show, kids TV show. Okay, got it, kids TV show. Okay, cool. So that was it. Okay. Cool. It was a cool moment. Cool little moment. Whee! See, this is cool because I can make the sky purple. I can make it high noon. I think you'll like this next bit. Okay. Hey, what's your name? Punty. That's fun. I like Punty. Malcolmud. West of here is a skyland you can access using the wind key. Find Zephyr. Valir, you've got fire. Go through the volcano and defeat the lava monster. Sarai is the water. Back to the Sea of Nightmares. But please don't kill Hydrolion. We just need one scale. See, okay. Like, all of these things are things that we've seen before and interacted with before, and this sea monster is like a thing that we knew. So, like, yeah, it makes sense that Garl's bringing him up now, because he's like, yeah, I saw this, I saw this, I saw this, I saw this, and I put them all together. Lay the breadcrumbs better, is what I'm saying. I'm only recognizing this after he's pointing it out. Like, if we knew about a thing, like this plan, before it was presented, then we could be like, oh, I see how this all comes together. And instead, I thought Garl's just making shit up. Maybe that's something on me for not paying close enough attention. I don't know. What about you? Okay. All three. Oh, perfect. That works great. Why couldn't you have done that, like, earlier? No, that's a low blow, but also, like, why couldn't you have done that, earlier? Car? Whoa! I'll see you over at Killed Mountain once we have everything. The Skyland is west of this village. Lead the way. Alright, we get the trial dungeons now. These are fun. I like trial dungeon sections. Just Zale and Rashan. This bit's fun. I do like the name Punty. Punty is a fun name. It's a double standard. I don't like the name Yeet, but I like the name Punty. Okay, game, what is this? Alright, this music is cool. Not quite that. I need to get better at the timing. But, you know, this is neat. I still don't know the timing on this. Whatever, though. They are weak to, regular attacks, though. Okay, so they resist Rashan, but, like, they die to Zale, so who cares? Alright, so that's the first puzzle. And then if we push this guy probably over... So, okay. Mm-hmm. And then it goes that way, which is cool, which opens up a path. Okay, yeah, I dig it. Like, I like this shit. This is the fun stuff. This is the fun stuff. Like, this is my favorite part of Sea of Stars right here, is just playing around in this area. That's a fun little puzzle. I agree. I think it's a fun little experiencia. I think, in general, Sea of Stars does a lot of really cool stuff with, like, their overworld traversal. I just get really annoyed by the story. That's all. Like, I'm not gonna, like, you know, be a significant hater. It's, okay, I will say, I have played games I like far less as well. Like, I like this game. It's just that the story is bad. And a JRPG is very often carried by its story. Which, to me, it means that, like, the better the story, the more inclined I am to actually, like, just continuously play a game like this. You know what I mean? It's hard to play an RPG with a story that doesn't resonate. I don't think that's a stretch to say. One of the reasons, like, it's been tricky for me to get into, like, Xenoblade Chronicles a little bit is just because when I play it, the story right now, where I'm at, does not resonate as much. And that comes from the fact that, like, I just find it's very, like, similar to things I've seen before. And I'm the type of person where if I've seen something before, I will call it out. I mean, like, I don't think this is a shock. This is something I've been doing since, to like, Cat's dismay, you know? Like, that's just something I do. It is in my nature to observe patterns and draw conclusions and whatnot. So I'm gonna call it out when I see it. Yeah, an RPG with a great story but combat is fine, but an RPG with a 5 out of 10 story hurts a lot. Exactly. Like, I am the type of person who is okay with turn-based combat. I like the Pokemon games. You know why? Because they're fun to play. The combat is fun. Even if, to me, it's whatever. Like, that was a bad example. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky is one of my favorite games because the story is compelling to me, even if the gameplay can often be what some people might call not as interesting. And I'm inclined to agree, the dungeon crawling aspect of Explorers of Sky, not always its strongest suit. Does that mean that, like, that I'm not gonna not play it? No, quite the contrary, because the plot is really cool. Like, Final Fantasy VI's combat is okay to me. I don't have as much of a, like, you know, it's a fine game. And I like it. The combat is only, like, it's par for the course. It's not bad, but I wouldn't call its combat, like, the greatest thing ever. I'm not a huge fan of active time battle systems, honestly. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, nice. I barely made it. Like a mouse. Yeah. Are there any games you've played where, like, you know, you really want to like it, but there's one thing that really holds it back from being a true all-timer for you? And, like, I'm not gonna deny it. Golden Sun is a game that I feel kind of like that. The problem is the dialogue is just way too wordy. The dialogue is just a little much. Okay, that'll work. I think ultimately, I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm not trying to be a dude who can't articulate his opinions. I want to be critical of the things I enjoy. I think I can be... I'm allowing myself to be critical about this game, not because I want to be a hater and insult people who like this game. My opinions and not disdain, but just like my problems, the flaws I find in this game are not like me saying I have a flaw with people who like this game. Not at all. I think it's good that you like this game. I think it's important that you like a game like this. It shows that, like, games like this can, in fact, still stand on their own. And, like, there is an audience for them. And I'm glad that there's an audience for them. I am that audience to some degree. I'm disappointed that, like, yeah, this game doesn't really resonate with me. But, like, it doesn't change the fact that, like, you're allowed to like a game. You can like a game even if I don't. I am allowed to point out its flaws as long as you're aware that, like, it is not meant to be an attack on you. Right? You're allowed to like things that I don't like, and I'm allowed to like things you don't like. You're allowed to like a game, and I'm allowed to not like a game. Jesus Christ. As an OG Final Fantasy 15 fan, trust me, I know that. And I'm glad you know that. I just feel like it needs to be said sometimes. I feel it's important to make it clear that, like, people are allowed to like things, and people are allowed to not like things. I particularly do not like certain parts of certain games, and I really hope people understand that. Just because I don't like a game to some degree does not mean that I dislike the person who likes the game. I think fandom in general is a mindset that needs to be really explored and considered and reflected upon, because if you are tying your entire identity to a fandom to which you belong, you need to take a good hard look at yourself and ask yourself, why do I base my entire identity around a single piece of media that I like? I'm not saying that it's like a bad thing, but I really need you to think about it. Oh, this is a cool attack. I like this. I like this tremendously. That is a cool attack. So yeah, this is me basically saying, like, hey, if you uncritically enjoy things, that's okay, but I'm going to, like, call you on it. If you can't, like, say with confidence why you like something, then, like, to me, that's just kind of like, okay, fine. I think it's really important. I think it's really important to be able to talk critically about the things that you like, the things that you enjoy, the things that you don't like. I think it really is like a skill that you have to develop over time in order to not only be able to just talk about it, but explain why you feel a certain way. You need your perspective, and you need your ability to communicate. And if you can't provide that, then, like, it makes it really hard to, like, just believe you. I'm not saying you have to be Roger Ebert. You know, I'm not saying you have to, like, go and watch a movie and be like, oh, I'm Roger Ebert, and I like this movie because of the artistic value it provides to our collective unconscious. No, it literally could just be like, I liked this movie because I liked the music. You know, like, that could be it. You could go watch Challengers and be like, I liked Challengers because the music was good. Okay, that's fair, that's fine, sure, why not? But I'm asking you to just do a little more work, just a little bit. And don't just, like, tie your entire identity to a piece of media. That's a recipe for disaster. Make friends with people who don't like the things you like. And vice versa. Stop playing Fortnite. Calling out Lou now? I did not say a darn thing. I did not say a darn thing, and I will not... I will not say certain things about Lou while she is not here. I will joke about her when she is here, but when she is not here, that is rude. This is good music. I like this music quite a bit. The other thing, too, that's important to remember is you don't have to be a media studies expert. That's the other thing. I know that's gonna sound counterintuitive to, like, what I was just saying, but, like, you can watch stuff uncritically, and it's okay. It's okay to watch things uncritically. I would just say then, though, that, like, you know, if someone starts asking for your critical opinion, you're allowed to say that you don't have a strong opinion on things. It's okay if you don't have strong opinions on things sometimes, so long as you're honest about it. If you say, like, oh, I don't really know how I feel about this, I would rather you say that than try to, like, bullshit your way through a conversation. I would much rather that. I would rather, like, hear you talk about stuff you're actually interested in than, like... that's too big of a trade-off. I would rather hear you talk about things you're actually interested in than, like, you try to bullshit your way through a thing like, oh yeah, I know exactly what this is about, and then you just don't. Like, that's no fun. I'm guilty of it, of course. I've done that before, and, like, I realize how shitty I feel afterward. I feel like a fool. I feel like I've lied to someone. So I just try to be, like, open-minded with the media I consume and the things that I do and the people I talk to and, like, hear them out. It reminds me of, like, when I went to that open casting call for Survivor and there was the guy there who was like, yeah, I like paying my friends $20 to, like, get their voice and then feeding it to, like, an AI so that I can make them say funny stuff in character or, like, in their voice, and they think it's really cool. It took a lot of restraint to not just blow up on that guy while I was standing in line for the open casting call for Survivor almost a year ago. Because I hated that. And why did I hate that? Because that was my entire friend's livelihood, and he was reducing it down to, like, oh yeah, $20, yeah, sure, why not? So yeah, but I kept an open mind and just listened to hear why he liked what he liked, and then I could still draw the conclusion of, I don't agree. You know, like, that's the other thing. Hear the person out, and then come to the conclusion of, oh, I don't agree. Don't, like, don't just, like, immediately come to the conclusion that you don't agree. Listen to what they have to say so that you can form a counter-argument or justify your own stance. If you don't let people talk and, like, hear what they have to say within reason, you'll never be able to refute them. And obviously don't argue with an idiot. You'll just go down to their level and then you'll lose because they have the experience. But, like, you know, there is valid, like, when it's discourse done in good faith, absolutely listen to what they have to say so that you can form your own opinion. Like, that's literally all I'm asking of you. If you take nothing else away from this stream, just form your own fucking opinions. Don't listen to some YouTuber, okay? That's my one ask. Can you do that for me, chat? Thank you. For instance, I enjoy the Hitman series because it's a giant puzzle, but if people don't like Hitman, that's fine. Exactly! Exact, people. It's not like, let people like things, because, like, that comic is so... It's more like, if you're going to like it, do not be mad at me if I do not like it. You know what I mean? I'm allowed to not like things in the same way that you are allowed to like things. And I think just silencing any perhaps valid criticism as let people like things is so reductive and so dismissive that it fundamentally, it feels like it's said in bad faith so many times. Now, again, granted, if someone is being, like, a transphobe, then yeah, of course you can, like, fucking not listen to what they have to say, because they're stupid and wrong. But, like, if someone is like, oh, I do not like this TV show that you like, why? Why do you not like it? Let me hear why. And then you're allowed and able to just form a different opinion. Or, like, you can obtain a new perspective. It's literally the easiest thing in the world. Just listen to someone talk. Everyone likes talking, especially about themselves and their interests. So, like, all you have to do is listen to them actively and then say, oh, actually, I disagree, and here's why, based on what you literally just said. Oh, boy. I'm not subtweeting anyone either. I genuinely feel this way. I think it's super important to, like, think critically about the things that you enjoy. Like, and that's beyond media, too. Like, you're allowed to, like, if you live in a country like the United States, he's getting political. Like, if you live in a country like the United States that has protection of speech, you know, you are allowed to voice your criticisms of a country. That is important to make very clear here, right? Just because you voice a criticism does not mean that you are outright, like, against a country. If you believe a country can do better, you are entitled to do so because you fundamentally live in that country that has protected speech. So do not, like, just say, like, oh, if you're like not mindlessly believing and agreeing with something, then, like, you don't like it. That's, like, wrong, and fuck you for thinking otherwise. You can tell that, like, anti-intellectual discourse is really bothering me right now. Anti-intellectualism is fundamentally destroying this country. I'm not saying that intellectuals are smarter people. I am merely saying that just leaning into being, like, simple-minded gets us nowhere. If you want to live in a country that, like, stands on shoulders of quote-unquote great thinkers, then maybe you ought to, I don't know, have some great thinkers. And encourage thinkers to exist in your country. I don't think that's a hard sell, right? Like, I don't think that's crazy. So I think anti-intellectualism is so bad for a country like the United States. And, like, I live in the United States. I think the United States has a problem or two. Has a couple problems, in fact. I think it's important to be critical of your own home country and not just mindlessly accept that, oh yeah, America is the greatest nation on the planet Earth. Because I'm gonna be honest, at the risk of sounding like that one stupid viral video that comes up every so often where it's like, we used to be a good country, but look at us, our tests. It's like a fucking movie or whatever. Like, I'm at the risk of sounding like that. Like, no, we are not a great nation, but like, we can be better by choosing to just be better people. I don't think that's a hard thing to grapple with, but apparently it is, I guess. Anyway. Fucking put me on my soapbox near the election season. Uh-oh. Can't fucking block for shit. This is embarrassing. This is stupid. I hate this Pebble Arc. I don't know, the US has a lot going for it, like for our commitment to scientific research. I agree, like, look, okay, look. I need to specify. Like, yes, the US has a great commitment to scientific research, and the fact that we can criticize our government without the fear of being assassinated by the CIA, among other things, like, yes, I think that's a very good thing. I think it's not a very good thing when we are fundamentally, as a society, choosing to be willfully ignorant of problems because of one reason or another, because it makes us uncomfortable. Jesus Christ, this fight's going so poorly. I just need to go face. Are there problems with the US? Yes, we can fix things. It will take a lot of time. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with the US. Made me have a game over in Sea of Stars. Yeah, but it's better than most nations. That is true. I agree. What I'm saying, and it's difficult to articulate this properly. The fact that I can talk about this in the first place is good. But we can do better, right? Like, just because we are good does not mean we cannot do better. I just feel like there are so many things like, yeah, this is fine, but like, it could be better. Why can we not strive for things to be better than they are? I don't think that's asking too much. In fact, I would rather ask more of our country than what we're getting right now, because what we're getting right now kinda sucks. Sorry, but that's how I feel. And I'm very lucky that I get to say that, and I don't have to worry about, like, losing any job prospects. I don't have to worry about losing any, like, position in society. But, like, look. The United States, for example, has a culture of, like, you get 2 weeks off from work a year, and that includes sick days if you are a teacher, for example. How is that reasonable? How is that fair? How does that serve our society? Like, when teachers are fundamentally burnt out and, like, unable to do their best work, is it any fucking wonder that public education is being, like, scrutinized in huge detail? It's because teachers don't get a fucking break. Ugh. It's like we need to treat our teachers better, and then maybe if we treat our teachers better, maybe then people will be able to trust in public education more. I don't know. I don't think that's a, like, complicated issue. It is a complicated issue, but, like, maybe the idea of just, like, supporting teachers financially better is the way to go. I don't know. Maybe that's just fucking me. I'm a big fucking believer in academic support and educational funding, and I really just... It blows my mind, right? It blows my mind when you have people who are like, oh yeah, I support education, but then, like, they also cut funding to public education. Because guess what? Public education is what makes a country. Now, you have to understand, though, that public education is only possible when all the institutions go and support it. You have to have a collective understanding that what you're doing is you're putting money in to raise the next generation of citizens of a country. And if you're not willing to do that, you are making the country worse. It's so fucking stupid. It's getting me so heated that I'm taking off my goddamn Minnesota fucking Timberwolves jersey. Oh my god, I need to just scream and yell and extrapolate. You know what I'm saying? You had a neutron radiation question. You can ask that question, and I'd be happy to answer it. Preaching to the choir, I appreciate the fact that, you know, you all value that too. It is a real value of mine. Like, I fucking love education. I love the opportunities that education can provide people in general. Education in the United States right now is, in fact, the step to climb the class ladder. Whether we care to admit that or not, education is what is able to give people a future. Whether that's a 4-year institution, whether that's a 2-year institution, whether that's a trade school. Education is fundamentally what allows people to climb the ranks of society. And if you do not support an educated population, you are cutting your country down at the knees. Any questions? Not to be extremist, but we need to restart. Well, I mean, okay. I do not have solutions is the problem. I only am talking about problems, which admittedly does not do much. But what I can say is how I feel. And as someone who has been supported throughout life in his pursuits of education and has had the familial support to just do what feels right with my education, to explore my curiosities, my passions, and my talents, I have to say, I'm a big believer in public education. I genuinely believe that the best way to help support people is just give them chances to be in education. Now, I also understand that, like, sometimes what people need is to support their families. And, like, you know, if you have to drop out of school, I get it. If you gotta do what you have to do to support yourself and live your life, and education isn't in that point of life right now, then that's how it is. I cannot tell you that you need to go to school for 4 years, but the opportunity to return to school, if that is what you want and need to do, that should be something that should be very easy for people to do. And the fact that it's not is really, really, really just... it rubs me the wrong way. That's all. Anyway, thoughts on No Child Left Behind? I need to look at the very specific details of it. In theory, there's some things there that seem promising, but the idea of standardized tests is, a little flawed, in my opinion, to put it very lightly. And as someone who is very good at standardized tests, I gotta say, I know a lot of people who are very smart people who were failed by the idea of standardized testing. So, any idea what this is? A highly refined crystal. We could break the other one. How sticky are low-velocity neutrons? Neglecting the decay of free neutrons, would it be dangerous to have a bunch of neutrons at a velocity of 1 meter per second? Or do they need to be moving fast to overcome an activation barrier before nuclear physics starts to happen? So a lot of it comes down to, the fact is neutrons have mass, photons don't, right? So the idea is that neutrons are going to have a mass, so therefore the energy is easier to calculate, but once you start getting relativist, it means that traveling at speeds of 1 meters per second, that's not going to be too big of a problem, I'd say, just because if you do the energy calculation, like, here, let me quick just do this back of the fucking notebook calculation, right? So let's just say, okay, if our V is, what, 1 meter per second, so, and E, the energy, we'll just use the kinetic energy, 1/2 mv squared thing, right? So the mass of a neutron, let's say that that's 0.511 MeV over c squared, right? And 1 meter per second, that is, let's do the quick conversion here. 1 meter per second versus c is, 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. So you could essentially say, or 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. So you can basically say it's 3 times 10 to the minus 8 meters, or c squared. Right? Is that right? Oh, yeah. 10 to the minus c, and then you square that. So you're looking at 0.511 MeV over c squared times 9 times 10 to the minus 16th c squared. So 0.511 times 9, that's going to be roughly like, what, 4.5 or so, times 10 to the minus 16 MeV. That's going to be, it's going to have no energy, right? That is a very slow neutron. Woo, free science lesson. Here, I'll show you what I mean by this. Let's see, let me go into studio mode here and turn on my webcam. Okay, so, ready? We're gonna have a little science talk here. Let's just put it right here, okay? Hello, welcome to the Science Talk. If you like this talk, I'm giving a lecture on June 19th about detecting photons. So, essentially, what you see here, we have our velocity, it's 1 meter per second. We have our energy, which is 1/2 mv squared, and we have 511 MeV over c squared, and we did the conversion. Oh, man, I just need a new webcam, basically. But yeah, you can do that math there and see that you're gonna get something real small. 4.5 times 10 to the minus 16 MeV. That's like nothing. That is nothing, actually, so you can take that one to the cleaners. So yeah, there you go. Let's get back to business. Hello, this is a webcam, this is what I look like, and, goodbye. Pico electron volts, yeah, like, it's literally, nothing. So MeV, so you're still 10 to the minus, you're an EV times 10 to the minus 10. It's minimum at most. It's so, energy so low, like, we wouldn't even measure it, basically. So yeah, it would not have any energy, it would not cause damage. Like, think, a good way of thinking about this is like, to get a sunburn, right? The photon needs to have like 9 electron volts, right? Let me just verify that that's the number. Electromagnetic spectrum. No, let me just do, binding energy. Ionizing radiation, yeah, photons. Yeah, so, like, there's, I would say at this point, I think a sunburn is like 9 EV photons can cause a sunburn, right? Yeah, that sounds right. Because 9 electron volts is roughly, it's in the ultraviolet range, so that would be enough to cause a sunburn. So yeah, 9 electron volts. The 1 meter per second neutron is 10 to the minus 10 electron volts. That is like, it's so much smaller, it's negligible, so yeah, there you go. The No Child Left Behind is a program that promotes the idea that kids can't be failed. Okay, this is a double standard, because I do think that there is a purpose towards failing, but the problem with failing in academia is that costs time and money. And the idea that people fail in college, for example, after paying a class means they have to pay for another class. And that fundamentally is a problem. Or it's not a, how do I phrase it? The problem is that they have paid for this class and they didn't pass it. So what should happen? Do they pay for the class again to get the same amount of money? And pay like a second round to get the same content? What do you do there? Like, in a perfect world, you pay for it once and you never have to repay for it, but if you fail, yeah. There's almost a perverse incentive for a college to fail its students. But obviously you have to be able to demonstrate that you know and can use the knowledge that you've gained. Yeah, there are some engineering professors who are a little narcissistic in their ideas that half the class will fail. That is not a failing on my end, it is a failing on half of the class. Which, I don't know about you, but I disagree. Anyway, Voltage is just soapboxed about, like, important political and sociological topics. Voltage reveals his politics live on Sea of Stars stream. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that if a teacher ultimately fails their, like, more than half of their students, that's a problem on the teacher's part, right? Like, yeah, there was a fluids professor at the University of Wisconsin who had, like, his tenure reviewed because he straight up failed 3/4 of the fluids class. I didn't take that class, but that's what happened. Yeah, it's like, it's a problem if you fail all of, like, if you're failing a third of the students who take the class, maybe the problem is not how hard the class is, but maybe it's you and your inability to teach. And if you, like, okay, I was talking with Erin about this because the idea of, like, grade boundaries being flexible in engineering was such a shock to her. I think the way that classes should work in engineering is, like, especially with exams, they should be on a marks-based system where you get as many points as possible rather than have it be out of 100. If you're going to do a curve-based class, which is like what most engineering classes do, you should do it on a mark scheme. And then you can assign a curve. If you're not going to do that, then you need to be able to accept the fact that there will be a score on exams that, like, if you make an exam hard, the maximum score might be a fucking 60. Narcissistic lectures exist in business as well. I believe it. I really believe it. I wholeheartedly believe it because I also understand that, like, I would be stunned if there were not, like, just a ton of very narcissistic people in business to begin with. No offense to people who are in business, but I know a lot of people who are quite full of themselves who are also business majors. Not saying correlation is causation. Data science folks, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm any better because there are a lot of narcissistic engineers. But, you know, a lot of professors, I think, have a very high opinion of themselves. And they're kind of entitled to some degree because they do world-class research. And that's great. But world-class research does not matter when you are working with a freshman engineering student who doesn't fucking know what the hell anything you're doing is. It's true that a lot of professors... Yeah. But I'm better than all of them put together. Me too. I'm actually the smartest person I know. Everything that I do goes right for me. Nothing I say or do is ever wrong. I have a lot more general opinions on how things should be done in the world. Though, to talk about them right now would reveal things that, like, I have not thought about enough to speak with confidence and, a way that would be, good. So I'm not going to talk about that right now. Instead, I will simply say, love each other, because that's really what matters most. Just be nice to everyone. Within reason. Don't be an asshole, that's basically it. Do no harm. Why is Untitled Goose the boss? Because we live in a society. Nosotros vivimos en una sociedad. Y hay algunos problemas con nuestra sociedad que hay todos los días. Tú puedes verlos. Tú puedes verlos si entras, si tú vas a una ciudad. Si tú vas a una comunidad. Creo que hay algunos problemas que son aquí, en mi stream. Pero yo no hablo como sobre esos porque hay algunas cosas que yo quiero pensar de más antes de hablar de esos. Y yo pienso que tú debes hacerlo también. Wasn't speaking accents and everything, but I mean, like, that's how I feel. Nous habitons, c'est vrai. Oh shit, I actually changed the channel to voltage in Spanish. Español. Cuando vamos a Texas, yo puedo hablar español con algunas personas ahí. No pienso que sería necesario, pero yo puedo y yo quiero. Y para esa razón, yo voy. Alright, I need to attack the tail. Bubble drop. Oh, yes. They were really like, we see this attack in Chrono Trigger. What if I, use it in my game? Okay. Sarai, you did not need to use the portal there. Alright, down goes the tail. That'll work. Alright, that's fine. And now what I can do... What is our combo looking like? Yes, let's do that. I've never done this before, it's kind of cool. Oh, this is like the Mario and Luigi Fire Bros. That's cool. I like that, actually. That's cool. That is very neat. Very cool. Alright, let's do this. He spends his Memorial Day talking about how he doesn't like the United States of America. What a dang problem. It felt so good when one of my professors decided to teach us using Excel and Google rather than an accounting calculator with longhand because it's what we would use IRL, and figured out I learned better through Excel than longhanding depreciation and amortization. Yes! Thank you! Like, there are so many instructors out there who, like, the best instructors are the ones who recognize what is actually valuable to students that are going to be, like, using them in their careers, right? I think it's crucial that you should learn how to use Excel. I'm amazed that, like, so many people go their whole lives without learning, like, Excel basics. You know what I mean? Excel spreadsheets are used everywhere. Like, the day that artificial intelligence can use spreadsheets is going to be just, like, the craziest day ever. The moment the AI learns how to do linear algebra, it's over for all of us, everyone. And you wanna know why? Because artificial intelligence and machine learning is just very, very fancy linear algebra. Very fancy linear algebra. And if you don't know linear algebra, you ought to do it. The Great Eagle. Oh, this is very cool. It's gonna do 200 at most. Yeah. Oh, and it fully healed us too. Nice. Ruler of Tides. Oh, yes. That was bad. Let's save that. Let's use a Petrelkier or whatever it is, yeah. I taught myself to make an Excel sheet for our calculators team, and blew everyone's minds. I fear for our futures. Spreadsheets are genuinely so useful. Its bill got all squishy. Yes, it did. I use spreadsheets all the time. I love spreadsheets. I think spreadsheets are so good. I don't know where I would be without a spreadsheet. Like, honestly. Alright, down goes that tail. Spreadsheets are goated as fuck. And you know why they're goated as fuck? Oh, this dude's sad. It's got the sad face. Spreadsheets are incredible for the simple reason that you are able to manage so much information in such a condensed space. I love spreadsheets because I'm able to just have so many pieces of information automated to do calculations just like that. It's so nice. And if you don't see the value in that, I don't know what to tell you. That was a good fight. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where it's quicker to use to write a Python script to do my data manipulation. Yeah, I mean, like, I do that with MATLAB. I do that with MATLAB, so I mean, like, yeah, I mean, what I'm doing there is fundamentally almost the same. Spreadsheets are nice because they have customizable ranges, which is nice. Yeah, you can say ew MATLAB, but it's the only way to read waveform data in a meaningful way. Without doing C++ analysis, which it's already written, so why would I rewrite it? All right, Valier time, my favorite. I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you. Ooh, mushrooms. My opinions were MATLAB or C++. I just read out the data on index cards. Well, joke's on you, I also use index cards to write little notes to myself. I use what is called a Zettelkasten, to some degree. I don't actually use a Zettelkasten, by the way. I use a combination of, like, a variety of different methods to keep track of my notes. But I will say that I implement some techniques of the Zettelkasten to maintain my notes to the best of my abilities. We are totally running out of here. What is a Zettelkasten, you may ask? Okay, I'll talk about it. It's a personal knowledge management system derived by Nicholas Luhrmann with the idea that, like, you write out a little piece of information on a note card and you file it away into your little slip box, which is what is in German called a Zettelkasten. And the idea is that you're just acquiring a lot of these and regularly reviewing your own notes so that you can draw connections between them. And I use that to some degree. Some people are purists where, like, your entire note system should be entirely on index cards and nowhere else. And I think that that's a little reductive because I do value the transportability of my knowledge information system when I use it with Obsidian, for example. So I would be remiss if I said that, oh yeah, I use a Zettelkasten system. I don't. I use something very close to it, though. Because then when I take notes on those index cards, what I can then do is I can then process them. I can then put them into Obsidian so they get a second layer of filtering, right? The index card is like the initial thought capture. And the second half is putting it into Obsidian. So that's where I do it. And I think that that is a more effective system for me. Anyway, not that you all care, but this is what I do in life. I like these little digging kamikaze guys, they're fun. Firecracker. Oof. Y'all, I'm gonna complain more. I hope you don't mind that. Being a grad student in the summer is great because there are very few undergraduates there, and you feel very, like, you're able... I feel like whenever all the undergrads are gone, I'm able to really truly focus on, like, the work that needs doing in the lab, right? There's fewer people there, and there's a little bit more flexibility with regards to, like, the amount of things going on campus, so it's a little emptier, and I like that. I like it when campus is a little emptier. It lets me think more clearly, and as someone who needs to think to do his job, let me tell you, thinking clearly goes a long way. So I like it when there are fewer people on campus in general. But, you know, sometimes when there are fewer students on campus, there are fewer resources on campus. Example A, there are fewer places to get lunch on campus when I walk to them. What do I mean by this? I mean that the only food option I have had available to me without walking to my car and driving off campus to get food or ordering food is motherfucking Panda Express. And even then they've raised prices. It used to be you could get a plate at Panda Express for under $10. Now it's $10.28 for a plate of shitty fucking food. But it's the only food available. It's the only food on campus without ordering food or bringing something from home, and at this point, that's what I gotta do. And, like, I accept that. That's something I just gotta do. But, like, Panda Express every day sucks so much. I'll get in line and I'll wait there, and admittedly, the lines are not long, which is at least nice there. And I always have to say I want a plate with half greens or half chow mein, lest I feel even more guilty for myself. Like half the time they don't even have the greens ready. So it's like, okay, I guess I'll just get a bowl of chow mein then. Because I don't want to eat Panda Express just like white rice and orange chicken. I don't like that. I don't like how that makes me feel. Makes my tummy not feel very good. And so I just like, man. But I want warm food, you know? Like, I want something that's gonna satisfy me because I want to exercise later in the day, and I want to have energy to stream at night. And you can't do that if you don't eat lunch. I think North Campus at UW at Michigan has some real food security issues. I get in line and I'm like, fuck, dude, this is the worst because, like, I'm sitting here and it's $10 for a plate of chow mein and steamed vegetables, which are not bad, but they're not good. And then I have to also get, like, honey sesame chicken breast, which is, like, fine, but it's, like, basically just chicken nuggets and honey sesame sauce with, like, green beans and these other, like, peppers, which, again, are fine, but, like, they're floppy and flimsy and taste weird and have a weird texture in my mouth, and I don't like them half the time, but it's the only good thing because the teriyaki chicken tastes like rubber. And what are you supposed to do about that? Like, I don't know about you, but, like, I am not a big fan of when my teriyaki chicken tastes like rubber, and I'd rather not spend $10 on rubber-tasting teriyaki chicken. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'm not you. Maybe you like your rubbery chicken. I don't. And those are my options, because the Beijing beef tastes like bad, burnt shit, too. Like, not that I've eaten shit, but it tastes like just overcooked meat, and I don't like the taste of it. I don't like the texture of it. It's just, it does not do me any favors whatsoever. And I've come home after eating the Beijing beef and just, like, sat there miserable for so long. That's not how I want to spend my afternoons. So I don't get the Beijing beef. I don't like the orange chicken. The only good stuff is the honey sesame chicken breast because occasionally it's cooked well. That's it. That's all it is. And that's all I have available, provided I don't bring a lunch of my own. Which, like, I'm open to doing at this point. It's just, like, it's that extra 10 minutes at home to prepare for this, right? And remembering it and being okay with it, you know? I'm just saying, like, I'm tired of Panda Express and it's not even June. They're not gonna have the main cafeteria available. I can't even have a cornbread fiasco because they don't come anymore. I'm literally stuck eating Panda Express if I want to only just walk to get my lunch. If I want any food that is not prepared by myself for lunch on a given day of the week, I must eat Panda Express. Because I'm not going to order food. That's absurd. I'm not going to DoorDash my lunch 4 days a week, 5 days a week. That's not financially a good thing to do. I can make a sandwich at home and I will be okay. But it's that extra work of just doing that, you know? It's like why I've been trying to meal prep. The problem was we didn't, like, I ate too much of the chicken I made. I ate too much of it. So I guess I don't have any of it for this week. Because it was good. I was so proud of the food that I made that I ate it all. Oops. So yeah, we're getting Voltage's opinions on controversial subjects. Free speech, public education, and Panda Express. Let it be known that, like, It has served me well, but it's not what I want every day of the week. I will gladly eat Panda Express for lunch once a week. I am okay with that. I would rather eat other things, though. The problem is that all of these, like, cafeterias are staffed by undergrad students. And when all the undergrads leave, they can't have that. So I get it. It's like you can have one, you can have the other, you cannot have both. You cannot have your cake and eat it, which is fine. I accept that. I acknowledge it. I will own it. I will live with it. But I will still complain about it because that is my job. I have a stream. I have a platform where I play video games for at least 2.5 hours, 2 to 3 nights a week. And if one of them is a live dubbing session, I cannot fucking complain about things that bother me, so I am going to do it here. And if you don't like that, then, well, I don't know why you are still here, because this is my stream. But thank you for sticking around, at the very least. Rocking that granola bar plan, you're so valid. When I was in undergrad, like, where I worked at the hospital, and I had a hospital badge, which meant I was an employee of the hospital, which means I got the employee discount, which means I could get an entire meal for $7.50. Now, granted, this was 2017, 18, 19, and I was accidentally being a vegan most of the time. Again, not intentional, that's just kind of what happened. So, yeah, maybe things were a little less expensive at the time, but, like, I stand by the fact that, like, I don't feel like I should be spending $10.50 on Panda Express. Just use the coffee machine to make ramen? No. Respectfully, no. I'm too not an undergrad to do that. I'm sorry. I have some decency, some self-respect. I will not do that to myself. I have a college degree. I have a bachelor's of science. I will not be doing that. I have some rules I live by in life. One of them is to never make fucking coffee maker ramen. If you want to do that, like, by all means. But for me, I'm not gonna do that. I do believe in granola bar prep supremacy. If you get granola bars, some carrots, and, like, a fruit, that's enough. And guess what? That actually might be vegan. Listen to this. What a sound. I like that noise. That's how lava works. No, I can't fault that. That's cool. I cannot fault the setting at all. The setting is dope. The setting is dope. But yeah, public work microwaves are evil. How so? Admittedly, I don't use the public microwave that much. I did have a lab member microwave fish, like, multiple times the same week. And I was like, bro, do you know what that makes this place smell like? And he was like, what? It's like, it's just fish. And it's like, brother, you cannot microwave fish in a public microwave, brother. That ain't how it... That's bad, dude. Makes me not happy about that, dude. They're 80% gross. Nope, nope, nope. And no one cleans them. We have a kitchenette in my lab space, right? And my group is not great about cleaning it. We will bring food that we order at our group meetings, and if it's like evergreen, which is also Chinese food, so get this, sometimes I'm eating Chinese food at the group meeting too, and then I go and get Panda Express, and it's like, oh, ew. But like, so, you know, sometimes we leave rice in there so often, and one of my group members does take it home and feeds it to his dogs, and that's cool, but like, sometimes, you know, we get leftovers from evergreen that are just there for a week, 2 weeks, and then we throw it away. So, I'm trying to be... No, rice is good for dogs. Rice is actually good for dogs. It helps their stomachs, apparently. I don't have a dog, so I can't, like, confirm this, but, like, allegedly rice is okay for dogs. I should probably, you know, equip the cypress cork. Yeah, dog owner, it depends on the dog. Yeah, well, they're big dogs. They're like, they're dogs that are like, I don't know the breed, but they're big. They're like 6 feet dog. You know what I'm saying? They're like big dogs. They are, what we call in the business big dogs. It does help dog stomach, just forgotten rice. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The microwave in my college dorm was straight up evil. The butter popcorn burnt the bag every single time it set off the fire alarm. Nice. That sucks. I still have... The microwave we're using in my apartment is still the microwave I bought for my dorm way back freshman year and then didn't use, like, ever. My roommate would use it all the time and he would never clean it. Oh, hey, look. This is the fucking Minish Cap boss, probably. Is the dragon? Yeah, of course it is. Alright. It's gonna be one of these fights. Okay. What do I make that when we're making paninis? We have a George Foreman that I really like making paninis with. I will like get a string cheese. It's like my most bachelor ass sandwich. But what I'll do is I'll like peel a string cheese and put a bunch of salami on that and then put that in the panini press. You could probably also put like some like there's some usually butter the bread or something, but you could probably do other stuff. Dude set a fire alarm cooking noodles without water. I remember you telling me that. That guy sounds really stupid. That guy doesn't sound very smart. How did he even get into college? There's a lot of, like, surprisingly socially inept and incompetent people who happen to also be able to be really good students. You are listening to one. It was a public state college. Shoutouts to public state college. And going to a party school. Yeah, I liked going to a party school. Going to a party school was fun. You met some very, very just like, what the hell are you doing here at college? And then you realize like, oh, they're getting straight A's. Despite the fact that they're also like the biggest like party animal you've ever seen. That duality was very fun. Yeah, the kid you saw blackout drunk at the house party on Saturday night? Yeah, he scored a 97 on his statics exam. Don't ask me how. I guess he just, like, fundamentally gets it. Wow, I fundamentally don't get that. My classmates for the definitions of C's get degrees. And you know what? Like, if that's how they want to live their life, like, who am I to tell them no? You know what I mean? Like, if that is the level of excellence they aim to strive for, like, go for it, dude. I'm not your dad. In fact, I don't have any kids, so I better not be your dad. Yes, kill your own party members, please. You have a kid? Who's my kid? I don't have a kid. Better not have a kid. I'm very confident I do not have a child. Winnie is not my child, okay? Winnie is a roommate. Winnie is a housemate. Winnie is a laundry obstructor. She's a criminal in every sense of the word. She knows how to get into your mind and convince you that she isn't the problem when she very obviously is the problem, and I love her to death. I think Winnie's my favorite little girl in the whole wide world. She's a beautiful little child who does everything wrong, but I love her. The master manipulator type, they do it on purpose by accident. She's a tortie. She's a tortoiseshell cat, so she does it on purpose. It is in her nature. I'll be like showering after stream and I'll come into bed and wouldn't you know, she's sitting right where my torso is meant to lie on the bed. What am I supposed to do? It is midnight. Am I supposed to be like, hey, Aaron, can you help me get Winnie off the bed? No, of course not. Aaron's asleep. Why would I do that? I don't want to stress her out at midnight. Hey, it's not your turn. Nice. Let's use Rashawn's ultimate attack. Winnie is, like, she's great. Love her to death. She and I have very similar tastes, you know? She likes hanging out where I like to hang out, and I like to hang out where she likes to hang out. So sometimes we'll be chilling on the futon watching an episode of The Sopranos or something, and Winnie will come up and just jump and she'll go, meow. She'll give me a look, and I'm like, okay, I see how it is. The moment I get up to go fill Aaron's water bottle or like use the bathroom or like get a food thing or something, Winnie will just hop up and claim the spot as her own, committing, as we like to call in the business, manifest destiny over here. I am a displaced individual, and so I go sit on the other chair, which she then comes over and attacks all the same. I'm like, I got nothing wrong with that. I love her. I love her to death. But don't tell me that she is an innocent bystander. She is not an innocent bystander. She is the problem. She is the drama. And she knows it, okay? She knows it. She is fundamentally aware of the impact she has on society as a whole. Oh, we leveled up. Just put a blanket over her. How am I supposed to get under the blankets that she's on top of? Like, what am I gonna... I'm not gonna put my legs on top of her. I would crush her. I ain't gonna crush my cat. I love my cat. Erin is DMing me. She has DM'd me Winnie pictures and says, perfect little girl who can do no wrong. Lol, JK, JK. We love Winnie in this household. She keeps us going in life. Erin agrees with me. Perfect angle. She is what we call in the business a perfect angle. I think I want mana on Rashawn. That seems like a good call. See, this is a cool segment. I think this is a really cool segment and actually plays really well into the story. Or you can just hop in the chair, wait for her to try to take it and hop in the bed. I'll sleep on the futon, yeah. I should have rebuilt Mirth more. The girls are in the fields, in the garden. I would have loved it if it just, like, shot up, like, miles into the sky. That would have been really funny. They should have done that. There's no chaff here? What if that all just fell in the ocean? Why does she still dress up as cliché? Oh well. I'm asking too many questions. Like, if we were to think of this as a kids' TV show, each of those little dungeons right there would have been their own episode. If we think of this like Avatar: The Last Airbender, this would be... It would not be a Tales of Ba Sing Se. It would be like a... Everyone gets their own dedicated episode before we reach sort of like the big culminator. It's a way to add episodes to the show to get like reach like 20 for the season, you know what I mean? They're not filler, but they extend the amount of episodes in the season. Hey guys, don't forget Garl's gonna die. Oh, you finished, Malcolmud. Yes, but I hope you like. I remember you. You can use cakewalk. Yes. Why do we got to put the wheat on boats if we could just open a portal then? Spartan. Remember, this is Sea of Stars. It's best not to ask questions if we can help it. Not because Sea of Stars doesn't have an answer, but because it's about showing off the cast. I only follow your plan. Like, look at that. That's really cool. Hey, Garl. This is Sparta! Yeah. I probably shouldn't yell. Anything above 65 decibels is technically a noise violation after 10 p.m., after 9 p.m. Now we let it bake. That's a big bread. Fucking Rebecca Sugar-ass plot. I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact that he's making the biggest fucking piece of bread so a sleeping dragon awakens. Like, come on, dude. I'm sure. I mean, I don't have a better answer on how we would wake this dragon either, but like, come on. Really? I don't know. It took 8 hours to lift a fucking plate of cookies. Holy shit. One last happy memory. Wow, that's a big bread. I think it's really cool that you had to go and do, like, the 4 elemental dungeons to some degree, and that's like, oh, Amelia, thank you so much for subscribing to 2M for 35 months. That's 1 month from 3 years. Thank you so much. I think it's really cool that they do, like, the little character bits where, like, you do the wind elemental, the water elemental, the earth elemental, and the fire elemental. And I think it's a cool way to have it culminate with, like, bread. It's just like, oh, it's bread. You can make a house out of that bread. Eventually get birds and rot, but it would get to be... Dude, if you ate all that bread, you would... I think it would get moldy. Would it get stale or moldy first, do you think? The big moment? I don't know. What is the big moment? Garl getting fucking shot again, even though he didn't need to, again? Oh my god, the dragon has baby blue eyes. Hello. Thank you, Curious.
Thank you, Curious One, for this unprecedented act of goodness and generosity. Though through your creation, the elements have soothed my long-tormented soul.
Hey, anytime. It's just bread.
This marks a new beginning for me. If it is not too much to ask, would you be willing to give me a new name?
Your name is Garl. Ow! His name is Ow. Bro, give Garl some respect. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Okay, so what are your ambitions?
My past was one of anger and destruction, but you have shown me the way to a higher purpose. I wish to honor your memory by becoming a devoted caterer.
Name him Applebee's. Sinclair? Nah, hold on. Oh, I know. Wentworth.
Wentworth. Does not count, huh? And, once again, I thank you. Never have encountered such a caring soul. I understand that your time is almost up. Is there anything I can do to repay your kindness?
There's one thing, yes. You fucking save my life, please. I'd like to fly on your back with my friends.
It would be my honor and privilege.
Moon Cradle. Oh, we should be buried in the Celestial Willow. Okay. This is a good way to culminate Garl's presence in the story. Save his energy for what? He's gonna die. Oh no. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. That would be inappropriate. Don't laugh. A man is dying on the back of a floating dragon that he helped resurrect in order to save the world, and you're laughing. Yeah. Oh, there he goes. Don't laugh. That is a very slumped sprite. I don't think I've ever seen a sprite look as, like, slumped over and limp as Garl's sprite did just then. A man just died, and you're laughing. May he be remembered. I feel like this is such a, you know, important scene. on the platform with just a monocle and a cookie jar. With innocence lost and purpose reaffirmed, the powers of Solon and Luana start to awaken within Zale and Valir. Zale learns the ultimate attack, Solon's light, salvation. Valir learns ultimate attack, Luana's might, retribution. Okay. Garl. Like, I think that's a good sequence. I really like that sequence. It was touching, and it was, like, meaningful. Oh no, not another leaf monster. Oh. Sure. Retribution. Yeah, I mean, I think that that was a very nice sequence. And I think that despite everything, I think it's really important to acknowledge that this whole story sequence and everything related to Garl was genuinely, like, it came from a place of passion, and it came from a place of, like, real care, you know? Even if sometimes I disagree with the execution or felt one way or another. I think that that's an important section, and I'm glad it's in the game, and I'm glad that they made it, and I'm glad that, like, you know, got to experience that. Yes, Hortons. Oh, hello there. Oh, go to Mirth. Go to Mirth. Go to Mirth. I don't feel like doing anything today. Yeah, that's fair. Just had a funeral, so I get it. Oh, the fun music, the sad music. Wait, how'd you guys get over here? Yes. I want to sleep. I want to talk to everyone. Hello, Teeks. Kukar the Unyielding. Moon Cradle. What do you think? Do I want to hear a story? I mean, I guess I do, but, like, I also don't. I want to see what comes next, you know what I mean? That was a good section, though. The last bit. I think that was a good, like, last 2 hours of gameplay. That was quite good. I do need to get that treasure chest, though. We're all in mourning, yes. I will only say it once because I do think that everyone is probably talking. Oh, I can see myself through the treasure chest. Oh, hello! It's my dick in a box. No, okay. Serious moment. Like, I'm only gonna say it once because I assume it's been probably like harped on to death, but I think that a lot of the impact is lessened by the fact that Garl did not need to do that in the first place. You know what I mean? Now, that said, like, that doesn't mean that you can't still derive meaning from that, you know? Like, circumstances are circumstances, and, you know, you deal with them, right? But I think that for what it was, after the fact, was pretty good. I should go explore the world a bit more. Rainbow Conch, very good. People don't always do what they need to do. They do what they think they need to do. It's true. I mean, like, that's a fair point. Like, the fallibility of who we are as people and our ability to repeat mistakes is something that will just sort of happen. So, you accept it, you move on. Let's go, let's do it. Why not? I probably should have saved, but whatever. Right, I should go this way. So, I think, that was a well-handled scene. I enjoyed it. I thought it was meaningful. Even if, like, the circumstances that led up to it were a little, like, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, exactly. It might have been meaningless to the narrative, but it had meaning to his character. I think that's a good way of putting it. Alright, let's go. I think them taking time to grieve was a good thing. Yeah, exactly. I think that that was a really important scene. Having the grieving scene is crucial. I mean, like, that otherwise would completely trivialize the impact it had on the characters in the first place. Yeah, even Aerith was like, time to snowboard. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, anything is better than snowboarding immediately after Aerith dying. Let me go to the Sea of Stars. Let me go to the thing. I didn't save, oh well. Do they know? This very passage you seek is a journey through. Lies the core of our world. How do we get to it? We shall get to that in due time. First, all travelers must be registered. Please gather your group. So the crew gets to go too. Here it comes. Here what comes. The journey to the Sea of Stars. Present yourselves, travelers. Zale. I am Zale Johnson. I am Valir Dupree. I'm Rashawn. You know me. I'm Pirate Captain Cliche O'Neill. I am Key Nathan. Key Nathan. Nathan Key, also known as Key Nathan. Denied. The error must be on our end. We will disregard it. What? Pirate Quartermaster, I'm Jackal Valtrade. Yeah, see, he's Jacko Valtrade. Pirate First Mate Yolanda, earnest, well-meaning demolition, busy lookout, practicing anytime service fort wall. Found her. Ghost Navigator Hortense McClanahan. Already cleared from a previous trip. What? Hortense? Traveling historian Teeks McGroove. I don't know what these names are. Okay. Let's go to the Sea of Stars, everyone. My controller is vibrating all on my thigh. The 4 sunken giants mark the entrance. Now go and sail away. Hey, look, it's Wentworth in the background. Godspeed. Hey, I don't want religion in my video game, okay? I don't want religion in my video game. Any religion is bad. Just like that band, Bad Religion. That was weird. I am once again encouraging everyone in chat who likes this game and has not played Chrono Trigger to please play Chrono Trigger. I do really, really, really like the Radical Dreamers sound font that they use. Like the Chrono Trigger and Radical Dreamers sound font. It's so good. It's like that murky... I don't know how to describe it. It's like the pizzicato sound. It's so good. Alright. Now, if I wanted to be a jackass, I could just, you know, do this. But I'm not. Okay, here we go. So where's that dang CO stars, as it were? Let's Tokyo Drift. Let's Tokyo Drift into it. Let's rip a shit into it. Here it is. Ready? We gotta go. Woo! Oh no! We're getting sucked down the hole! Ye gods! And here we are, Sea of Stars. It's not very sea-like or starry, if you ask me. I didn't explore the other side of this. Yes, now the music is back. I was worried. Alright. Alright, that was the Sea of Stars, everyone. Trek to the center of the world. Well, let's do it. Why not? Ooh, this shit's neat. A Goo-Goon. They have very high defense, no doubt. Let's use Moonerang. Let's do it. This is a cool spot. How much you want to bet, like, this magic does nothing? Alright, yep, cool. Awesome. This is some Area Zero bullshit. What, are we gonna terrastalize into different forms of Pokemon? Let's try a Moonerang and see what happens. We'll just do it. We'll see what happens. Why not? That wasn't so bad. Alright. We're doing alright. This is fine. Thunder. Like the hit song, Thunderstruck. Have you ever played that drinking game, Thunderstruck? It's a good drinking game. Well, I mean, as much as drinking games can be. Alright, vulnerable there. This is fine. There better not be any secret cool shit here that I'm missing. Alright, I'll fight you next. Why, yes, I will in fact still fight things. Even though I thought this was going to be a different thing, but here we are. This music is very cool. It's a very cool song. Like, I guess I just don't know what to make of anything here, which is, I guess, kind of the point, you know? Like, it's a journey to the center of the earth. Of course nothing's gonna make sense. Everything's hexagonal. Everything is just hexagonal prism. What? Non-Euclidean space, dude. Oh, I get it. It's a sea of stars, because you are literally on a parallaxy. Okay, I am going to very quickly lose where I am, so I must not lose where I am. Okay. Okay, so that's the island. We are circling it. Let's just immediately go north. You know how people have fear of open spaces? I now understand why. What is going on over there? Aurora Borealis. Whoa. Oh, there it is. I must go get another one. At this time of year, at this part of the hour, in this part of the country, localized entirely in your Sea of Stars. Yes. What? Is that like a cloud? That's like a nova. A cloud? What? 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 By the way, your ship is a 3D model now. Oh my... Did we just, like... Did we just break the space-time continuum? Are we in another dimension? Is that what this is? Did we, like, cross into the great unknown? Is this the cave of the past? How far from home are we? I don't know, Zale. We still got our mushroom scramble, though. That's metal plate. That's metal plating. Are they really doing this? Are we really gonna have our Chronopolis moment? We're having a Chronopolis moment. This is Chronopolis. This is Chronopolis. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like how the interface changes too. Let's have a look here. Does our magic work? It might. I mean, neat. I'm just trying to, like, process this, because, like, I mean, like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I think I'm more concerned about, like, should I feel threatened here? Should I feel threatened here? I don't know. Like, I'm not... Like, this feels manageable. Admittedly, like, my attacks are not doing crazy amounts of damage, but they're not doing non-zero. They're doing non-zero amounts, so... Ah, yes, they got the little drones. Let's get at least one of them out of here. Power shot. Jesus. That's fun. See, like, this is neat. I think this is neat. I would encourage everyone to play Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. For the love of gosh, please do it. This is a great mix. This is a really great mix of the boss theme, though, I will say. Oops. Oh well. Alright, kill that. That's good. This battle theme is very good. I'm glad that, like, I did the thing where I did not listen to any of the soundtrack in advance of playing this game, and I'm very pleased with myself. I've been better about that. I've been better about, like, not spoiling myself with games these days. I recently played Zero Ranger and Void Stranger, and those are games you should not spoil for yourself for if you can help it. They are very fun. And they are best experienced with, like, no knowledge. Alright, let's do this. Let's poison the machine. That worked. Ah, yes, it's showing signs of decay and disrepair. Just how I like it. Alright, let's just shoot up this Guardian with our Moonerang. Alright. And then we'll swap Sarai out for you. And we'll use our lovely dash strike in the direction of everyone else. That'll work. Taser grip. Not fast enough on the draw there, but... Alright. Let's use a mushroom scramble. You know, we're fine. Why not? Get some live mana out of these creatures. It would have been really cool. One thing, this small thing, nothing too serious. It would have been neat if, like, these characters, like, just didn't have any live mana because they're, like, alternate dimensions. This place seems so advanced. It's probably where Sarai's from, if I had to guess. What? What's your mouth look like? What? Hello? Huh? Welcome to my world. We desperately needed you. So she really is a ninja cowboy pirate robot. She's the Terminator. I couldn't find the words. Would you have stuck around if you knew? No, you wouldn't have, Valir. My world fell to part with the Fleshmancer a very long time ago. It's completely lost. Why? Skybase... Oh my god, dude. They're literally taking every trope. The moon and the sun disconnected. No more children of the solstice. Will you have... What is this? Look at this face sprite. I mean, really, give it a good look. Wow. I'm visiting my home. I have been away for far too long. My people. Like me? Yes. One by one, we were turned into cyborgs by the wicked catalyst. A sentient evil machine Cursed by immortality in this form, my people linger helplessly while the dweller of dread slowly feeds on their souls. Whoa. Did I cross a point of no return, by the way? Derelict factory. Ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I didn't. Awesome. Okay, as long as I didn't cross a point of no return, I am okay. I'm expecting the 80-2300 music to start playing. Okay. I can't get on the boat, so let's just go into this magical portal. Okay. Okay. There's the moon. And there's more. There's a lot more. Look, there's Kefka's Tower. Here it is, right over here. Right over here. Yep, there's Kefka's Tower, right there. Yep, there it is. Whoa. What is this? Sacrosanct Spires. Damn. Let's look at that top corner real fast. That is also something. Skybase, okay. So we'll be going here next week, no doubt, for sure. Why, yes, I did in fact say next week. Why? Because this is in fact the point where I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for the night. It's past 11. I have work tomorrow. I'll be going for 3 hours. We have, maybe I'll just load this save next time. Carl still alive and everything. Yeah. That'll work. That'll be fun. I wonder if there's anyone to raid tonight. I doubt it, but you never know. Let's wrap it up here though, I think. That would be good to do, right? Yeah, no one to raid tonight, so thank you all for tuning in. We'll see ya next time. Bye-bye.